Hey everyone, Rick here at Healing Field Farm. Today I thought I'd just take a couple minutes and talk real quick about when you're starting your homestead, the importance to start small. So you don't want to overdo it. I know the thought of homesteading for a lot of people is very exciting, and you want to just jump right in head first and get all these animals and get all these vegetables going, but that's not a good solid way to start out your homestead. um, I would say you really need to start with what you need versus what you want. So if you have a big garden and you have nowhere for that extra food to go, then it's too big of a garden. You need to grow what you're going to use. It'll conserve your space for more. So, you don't necessarily need 10, 15 tomato plants if you're only going to eat them in salads. You're not going to can them, uh, give them away. So, plan your gardens accordingly. You know, I would say order your seeds now because a lot of seed companies are out right now, or they're delayed with their seeds. So, I would get your seeds ordered if you haven't yet, but order what you're going to use. You don't need 10 packets of lettuce, or if you're only going to have use a little bit. So think small. Think small. Get the things that you need. So when it comes to your animals, think about what you're going to use. You go into a store, you see baby chicks, you want to buy 12 right off the bat. They're so cute. Everybody loves baby chicks. Let's get 12. Well, then you have a lot of extra eggs that you're not going to use. The average family uses a dozen to 2 dozen a week. So if you're not going to do anything with those extra eggs, you're just throwing money away. So get what you need. Get 3, 4 chickens. They'll keep each other company. You'll get at least 3 to 4 eggs a day out of them once they get to that point in their life. And so every 3 days you have a dozen eggs. You're not wasting it. You're not throwing it away. You're not just set them on a counter and letting them go bad. So same thing with any other animals. Plan what you need based on the space you have. A lot of people may want a dairy cow, but dairy cows produce a lot of milk for a single family, especially if you're small. If you're not going to do anything with that milk, like make cream and make cheese and stuff, then that's just a lot of extra milk. Also, if you've got a cow, you have to have a good portion of land. You should have at least an acre designated to that cow just for grazing. Whereas you could get a couple goats. They produce milk. They produce milk that doesn't upset the digestive system as much. You can still make cheese out of it. You can make soaps out of it. And they need a much smaller area for grazing. And you don't get as much milk. So it's less wasteful. So pigs, get what you need. Are you going to, you should get 2 at least. They like company. They're a very social animal. But don't order 4 or 5 if you think you're just going to put it all in the freezer, because that's a lot. That's a lot. So start off small, get what you need, and then slowly build up if you want to turn into a business down the road or something. But don't overdo it. It's week to week sometimes, especially homesteading for running a farm, stuff like that. So I remember growing up, my family, they struggled sometimes just to afford a bag of grain because we had so many animals. We had 6 to 8 pigs at any given time. We had 3 cows, bunch of chickens, some sheep, and it was more than what we needed. So long term, we're going to sell calves and eat the meat and sell some meat, but it's a long way out on your investment sometimes. So just be smart. Do what you can do right off the bat. Try to keep your expenses as low. Meat chickens, everybody wants to buy them in the spring and get them raised and butchered in the freezer. But you don't need to order, 50 chickens right away. Split that, do 25, and then do 25, 3 months out, and spread out your money so that you're not just paying bag of grain after grain and trying to keep up with all the expenses. You got to try to keep it minimal, because 35 broilers will last you 6 months, so you don't have to do, 50, 60 at a time. Get what you can handle, especially if you're just starting out working on a farmstead. There is so much to do, or homestead, so much to do, between getting wood and taking care of animals and tending your garden and the upkeep of your home, and so keep things small, keep them manageable, slowly build, and it'll all come together for you. But just best advice I can give you is just start small, start slow, and then reap in those benefits and go from there. So thanks. Hope you've enjoyed this. Please subscribe, like, any questions below. We'll be happy to answer them. So thank you again for your time. Have a good day. Talk soon.